Shalom, shalom. Like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakatash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone as well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwak that's listening in. Yahweh Rakazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. Brother Schwab, I'm one back at you with another lesson. Really? Are you serious? You're like, there we go. So yeah, going into the title, all right, what will you do, all right, when your God fails? I believe that's what it was that I named it. All right, we have to ask ourselves that question. All right, well, the elect knows what they're gonna do, because when all fails here in Egypt, all right, we're gonna constantly put our trust in Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, but the question to these 2/3 and to the rest of this, society, what are they gonna do when their God fails, man? Okay, because Egypt is failing as we speak. Everything is shutting down. Everything is ready to, banks are starting to close up everywhere. Many banks, we've been saying this for months. All right, uh, just in Jersey alone, there's been like 64 banks that closed up, and I think there was like another 20 something banks that are going to be closed up. All right, so that just goes to show you that this place is failing. Okay, and America's God, other than Egypt, the second God is basically money. All right, because Babylon is all about making a dollar. This is that land of opportunity. You know, for them to tell you that this is the land of opportunity, this is why you have all these different nations that just they come from all over the world to come over here and make money off of us, which that's a curse upon us. From Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, man, that these heathens will be, they will be the head and we will be the tail. Okay? But when the kingdom comes, they're gonna be the tail and we're gonna be the head. All right, the head is what leads everything. All right, and the animal, if you look at the head, all right, the tail is not leading. Okay, the head leads where it goes and the tail follows the rest of the body. All right, so they come over here and they make constant money off of us, man, and they use us as slaves. We build up all their wickedness in here. We build up all their houses, and we don't get to live in them or none of that. We work in these stores, and they pay us popcorn money, man. Sure. So when the money collapses in this place, what are these people going to do? All right, like it tells you in Isaiah the 31st chapter and the 30th chapter. All right, they're going to run down to Egypt for help. All right, and this is why Esau already has that plan. All right, problem, reaction, solution. He creating problems left and right. All right, he already knows your reactions because he's put you into so many tests. All right, and after that, they come to the solution. All right, and they're gonna crash the dollar on purpose. All right, to put you people in a predicament for your life, man. And that's how they're gonna have you basically, you know, sitting there thinking, damn, do I take this new world order MLTB, to continue in society, or do I fall back and depend on the Lord? And that's for the Israelites. Ain't none of these heathens gonna depend on the Lord, and none of these heathens have a power, man. But for our people, all right, we have to fully turn ourselves to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because that's the only thing that's gonna be able to help us escape out of here, man. No money, okay, is gonna help you in the day of judgment. All right. Don't matter how many, materialistic things you have, or if you have the finer things of life, none of those things are going to save you when the Lord comes to judge. All right, when the Lord comes to give judgment, that's that final judgment. All right, and everybody's going to feel the wrath of the Lord, man. He coming with straight fury. All right, let me grab what I was just quoting Salakia. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 31. I have to move up. My bad. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Hold on. Loading up. There you go. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. And it says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, and the fact that this place, the dollar is going to collapse, like it tells you in Ezekiel the 7th chapter. This is Ezekiel 7 and 19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. See, that money is a stumbling block. That was all created for a stumbling block. Now, we do need money because how do we pay for things? All right, but the scriptures tell you, for the love of money is the root of all evil. You see, the love of money is not that money itself is evil, because you need the money. All right, without money in a society, there's no control over the things. There's no way of having things ordered and ordered. All right, to buy and sell and all that. All right, but like it says right here, it's a stumbling block of their iniquity, because the money was put there for you to have it, get it, enjoy it, but you not to put it above Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. Money comes and goes. Money is a materialistic things. Materialistic things could be, replaced at all times. Okay, you could be broke today and be rich tomorrow, and that all comes of the Lord. All right. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. That's Ecclesiastes 14. I believe it's 14 or 13. Ecclesiastes 14 and I think it's 11. Or it might be Ecclesiastes 11 and 14. Yeah, 11 and 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Okay, this is 1 Samuel 2 and 7. It says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. See, that's what the Lord's going to do to us, because we're the poor right now. We're the ones suffering all these, trials and tribulations right now. All right, to prove to the Lord that we're about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And in that day, man, he's going to raise us from being that poor in that poor state. Okay. And it says, he raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. Okay, So again, you got to ask yourself, what are you going to do when your gods fail? Whether it be money, whether it be the gods of wood and stone, all right? Whether it be whatever you worship more than Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, what you going to do? All right, because we know that we're going to keep putting our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, and he's going to lift us up the dust. All right, he's going to lift us up from the dust, the confusion of all this place, man. Okay? And he's going to make us richer with what? This faith that we have. That's why the scriptures say that, what is that in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, 2 and 9. I know thy works, I know thy poverty, okay? I know the tribulations, but thou art rich, okay? We are rich not by money, man. We are rich by faith, by having his word. So when these people all fell for in Egypt for them and they have no more money, what are they going to turn to? They have nothing to turn to. That's why they're going to turn to the MOTB. That's why they're going to turn to you know, Egypt, America, hoping that they have that solution, and they're going to have the solution. But the solution that they have for you is meant for you to be destroyed. It's a trick. It's a trick in the bag, man. And this is why, and what tricks are for kids. Tricks are for kids. This is why you have to put away the childish things, put away the old man. All right, because the childish things, the old man is all, it's all childish, man. Okay. This money out here is not making you grow. This money is not benefiting you in your life for salvation. All right. If anything, it's making it worse and worse. All right. Making you go off. People getting desperate. And when people get desperate, people do anything for money, man. And that's what Esau's going to do. He's going to put you in a desperate state of mind when all this shit fails, man, and you can't get on your phones. You can't get into your bank accounts. All right. Bank accounts are falling. China right now just got smacked with like 40 something banks that just disappeared. They ain't even crashed. They ain't even closed it down. This said the words they used, that they disappeared. And there's just lines and lines of people everywhere fussing and fighting, trying to figure out what happened, and there's no answer for that, okay, other than prophecy. Because all these elites are coming together to bring a certain agenda, a certain plan. All right, and they know the plan is going to work. The plan will work. The Lord is gonna allow the plan to work. All right, but it's only going to be worked. It's only going to be able to work on those 2/3. All right, and the rest of the society. It's not going to deceive the elect. Okay, you're not going to see us waiting for riches. Let me grab that real quick. Ecclesiastes 31:1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh. You see, so putting your trust and depending on all these riches and always talking about money, and everything is money, money, money. I worship money. I do it for money. Salute to money. Everything is money, money, money. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh. It consumes the flesh. It tells you that in grab that. This is 1 Timothy. First Timothy 6:7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. All right, yeah, because godliness with contentment is great gain. These people think that having money is a great gain. You see? Yeah, it says it even in 5. It says the gain is godly. Supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. See, when they think that wealth and things like that is godliness, they withdraw themselves from the Lord, man. You get consumed by the ways of that flesh, man, and that's what you end up putting your time into. It says, for we brought nothing into this world. I mean, but godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and these people, since their God is money, okay, that's a snare. That's that stumbling block and that temptation that the Lord has put upon them, man. All right, because what happens is when scriptures say that a rich man it's easier for a needle to go into the camel of an eye than a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. You see, so what we was just reading said, watching for Ecclesiastes 31:1, watching for the riches consumeth the flesh. You see how it consumes the flesh, because it tells you here, all right, that they fall into snares and temptation and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. You see, it consumes you. Them being drowned in that, and destruction and perdition, is them being consumed in the flesh. Because once you're consumed in the flesh and you're constantly living in the flesh, you're gonna live after what? You're gonna follow after sin. All right, and the wages of sin is what? Death. So it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some, all right, coveted after. See, meaning that people was constantly craving that money. And I seen that heavy-handed in when I went to Puerto Rico last year, man. It was crazy as hell. I seen these people, the way they worship the money out there. Everything was about a damn dollar. Throwing toast up to money and shit. And it's crazy because it's spiritual, because Ephraim is joined onto idols. Hella idols. All right, and that's one of their main idols. Why do you think they're always trying to be like America? They want to be so bad like America. Okay? So it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Woo. And the fact that it says that, what's going to be the main thing that they're going to pierce themselves with? That's going to bring many sorrows upon them. It's going to be that MOTB. Because you're not going to be able to buy or sell without it. All right? And the physical dollar is going to disappear, man. And they're going to bring you a new dollar, which is going to be a digital messiah, which is going to be that MOTB. All right? And then you're going to be able to control money and be able to put money and use money and buy, and sell things. All right? But the Lord specifically gave us commands to what? To not take that MOTB, to not run after Egypt for help, to not let money become your God, because it is a stumbling block. All right? Let me grab this. This is Job. One second, loading up. I want to bring just one straight to the point, because I just wanted to go flow with what I'm saying. This is Job 6:20. They were confounded because they had hoped. Yeah, these people are going to be confounded. All their gods are going to be confounded. This money's going to be confounded. Why? Because they're going to hope that these things are the things that help them in those days, save them, because they strongly believe that money can help them escape anything. People in the society is all about, all right, well, if you don't have this, but you have money, you can have anything in the world. Yeah, but the thing is that you don't want anything of the world, because this world has nothing to offer. This ain't your rest. All right, so if you're chasing for anything in this society, man, we know that's anti-Hamashiach. All right, from the get-go. So it says they were confounded because they had hoped. They came thither and were ashamed, and all these people are going to be ashamed. All right. Yeah, that shit came out hot. That's how hot it is. You have the air on, and then it just be so hot that hot air starts blowing in after a while. Right? Let me grab this. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for a certain preset. There you go. Jeremiah 46:24. The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. Okay. So it's telling you that America is going to fail, man. America itself, because this is what spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right. Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north, which is going to be these damn Russians. All right. She's going to be delivered into them thermonuclear missiles. All right. And when those two thermonuclear missiles is in the air, do you think that you can actually swipe your card and stop them? You know, you think you can go up to a machine and swipe your card and leave a deposit, and you think that the missiles is not going to hit? Absolutely not. All right. This is you know what, let me grab, since I was over here before. Isaiah 31. Woe to them, and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. All right, so destruction. Woe to them. Destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help. All right, why are they going to be destroyed? Because they put their trust in Egypt, and the Lord is a jealous power. All right. So when you put away the Lord, when you turn down the Lord, he becomes very jealous, and you get him furious. All right, and that's mostly when he starts to bring them death angels upon this place. All right, tells you that in the let me grab that real quick. Psalm 78 and 49. It says, he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger. You see, Yahweh will cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. You see? Back to Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. You see, these people get in trouble. The first thing they do is they pull out a damn dollar bill, $100 bill, $20 bill, whatever you want to call it. All right, and they looking at Benjamin Franklin and over there asking him questions like he gonna talk back to them, man. All right, but they don't go into the scriptures, which is the true money. These scriptures are the true money, because the more you put your time and effort into these scriptures, you are getting spiritual money into your spiritual bank account, man, showing that you have something there, all right, to pull out in the Lord. See, you ain't gonna be able to pull out no physical money for the Lord, but you're gonna be able to pull out your spiritual money, because your spiritual money is showing that you were doing the work of the Lord. Every time you do the work of the Lord, just think about it. It's $20 in your piggy bank. $20 in your piggy bank, right? It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words. Okay, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. All right, and who's he got doing that? He's got the men of the Lord doing that. The Lord said, who's going to stand up against the workers of iniquity, man? Who's going to stand up against the evildoers? Only the elect. All right, the men of the Lord that are preaching his word are the ones standing up against them, because everybody else is scared to say something to America. Everybody's scared to say something to Esau. Okay, and that's why Esau fears us, because we have no fear. All right, scriptures say that, you know, if the Lord be with us, what can man do unto us, man? If the Lord be for us, what can be against us? Okay. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh. They're not power. See, they're not the Lord, even though they claim to be, and they want to play the role like they're God. They're not God. Okay. And their horses are flesh. Okay. And horses represent power. The power is flesh, man. They got power of the flesh. They don't got spiritual power. It says, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helped shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. See, everything here gonna fail together, man, because this world is all based on money. Okay, it's all based on money to the point where they even got on the dollar bill, "In God we trust," showing you that that's their God here, man. All right, because if it was that "In God you trust," all right, why are you so worried about this dollar not falling, man? You should be all right, because you're gonna always have your what? You're gonna have your faith always drawing nigh to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, let me grab this real quick. How you doing? Employment shall fail also. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. The point is that the doors shall be shut in the streets. Okay, grinding is going to cease, man. There's going to be no employment out here. Showing another way of showing you that the dollar is going to fall. Okay, without work, how can you get paid? You know, and that's the main reason why they want to get you used to that universal basic income that they want to bring out. All right, they want you to basically be, you know, lazy at home, sitting at home doing nothing and just collecting a paycheck, and you being dependable on the government. Another easy tactic and an easier way for them to just draw you right into that MOTB, because you get used to that a couple, you know, months, maybe a year. You know, you've been getting paid, just sitting your ass at home doing what you got to do, you know, and now they'll come and tell you, all right, well, these benefits are expired and you can no longer take the get any more money, you know. And then you're going to be complaining, but they're going to be like, all right, but we can do that if you take this MOTB. You see, you put this in your skin, all right, all problems are solved. You don't have to worry about that again. They're even going to tell you, showing you that that money is their God. They're going to offer you, hey, they might come and tell you when shit hits the fan, first they'll start it off with a low price, because they're going to get the crackheads. They're going to get the crackheads to comply with them real easy. All right. They might tell you, if you had people in the time of the pandemic going crazy for a Krispy Kreme donut to take a free yo jabba jabba, and you will get free donuts with it. Yeah, that shows the folly of this place, man. So these crackheads, the first round is going to be easy peasy for them, and they're just going to tell them, look, we'll give you a little $500,000 bonus, 500, maybe $1,000 bonus, and it'll be on your MOTB. All right. But then as it gets harder and harder to try to get people to comply, because they start to see what's going on, what you think, they're not going to raise the stakes on that? All right. Then now they're going to try to hit you off with, maybe we'll throw you $5,000 in there. You know, maybe we'll give you $50,000. You know, that's the mind games that Esau plays, man. He'll keep putting you in a predicament to make a choice when there is no choice here, man. The only choice you got is to turn back to the Lord, because the Lord told you you're not going to make it out of here unless you have the names. He didn't say if you have money. If you have if you make a mention of other gods or anything like that, no. If you have the true name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if you have the wisdom and knowledge to stabilize you in that time, you see, because when you have the knowledge and wisdom, you're not worried about money. You know, we're smart without the money. We know how to do things without the money. We're go-getters to begin with, you know. But it says, yeah, that was the point on that one. Let me go back to that one precept though. There you go. Ecclesiasticus 31:1. It says, watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. You know, yeah, you're really not you're really not sleeping, you know, because your mind is constantly thinking and wondering about the next move. You know, how can I make $1? How can I make, you know, another piece of paper, another federal note? You know, so you ain't really resting, man. But when you have this rich faith, oh, that's true faith. I mean, that's true rest right there, man. Because when all goes to fail, you're not worried about it, because you still have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So you're not in that panic mode, right? It says, hold on, I'm trying to load the next part. They're doing too much. It says, watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Watching care will not let a man slumber, as the sore disease breaketh sleep. The rich has great labor in gathering riches together, and when he resteth, he is filled with his delicates. The poor laboreth in his poor estate, and when he leaveth off, he is still needy. He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. Gold has been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice onto it. Hey, what's going on, boss? Nah, man. I'll check you out. It says, gold has been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. Okay, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice onto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. You see, blessed is the rich that is found without blemish. And who would that be? That will be the elect that has this rich faith that the Lord has given us, man. Blessed is the rich in faith that is found without blemish and has not gone after gold. You see, because we have our gold already. Our gold is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, he greater than gold. The scriptures tell you that the wisdom is not to be compared to rubies, man. It's not to be compared to gold, because it's richer than gold. And Yahweh Shai come in the volume of the book. So we have our gold, man. We have Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. Okay. It says, who is he? And we will call him blessed, for wonderful things has he done among his people. Okay. Who has been tried thereby and found perfect. Then let him glory who might offend and have not offended, or done evil and has not done it. His goods shall be established, and the congregation shall declare his alms. Woo! Woo! If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not, there is much meat on it. Yeah, and that goes back to what? Being content with what you have, man. The little bit that you have, the little bit that's helping you make ends meet. Okay? Because in the kingdom, we're not going to be making ends meet. We're not going to be busting our ass, you know? So, hey, the little bit you have, if it gets you by, man, be thankful, because you have this knowledge, man, and the rest of this world doesn't. It says, remember that the wicked eye is an evil thing, and what is created more wicked than an eye. Therefore, it weepeth upon every occasion. And that's why, you know, you got the lust of your eyes, man. Got to get rid of that, because the lust of your eyes, all of that is gonna fail, man. Let me grab that. This is this is 1 John 2 and 15. It says, love not the world. All right. So if you love money, then you love in the world. You love because the world, this world is based on money. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. All right, showing you everything here is going to fade away and pass. None of this is going to be brought into the kingdom. It's not going to have rollover minutes and go into the kingdom. No, it's going to be consumed here. All right, and that's why it's consuming your flesh, because you living in the flesh, and you living in the flesh is going to leave you right here. Okay, it says, and the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. So the will of the Lord wasn't to go get money, go become rich. Okay, the will of the Lord was to present your body as a living sacrifice, man, which shows your true riches that you carry, because the riches you have is what? Faith. Okay, and that's why you're out there pushing and believing and you know, making yourself a living sacrifice, because you truly believe the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so the lust of that, the lust of the eyes has got to go. Right? So going back to Ecclesiastes 31 and what was it? 13. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing, and what is created more wicked than an eye. Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion. Hold on. Ooh. Let me read this one. This is fire. This is 31 and 19. It says, a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured. Going back to you being content with the little bit you have, man, because if you're a man well nurtured, if you're a chanak, all right, which that means to be a learned man, all right, you don't need none of these things, man. All you need is knowledge, more knowledge, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so a very little is sufficient. We don't need much. All right, we're satisfied with what we have. A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. You see, sounds give me a second, hold on. Salaki, hold on, I'm just reading something. Damn. I had a certain preset that kind of popped up in my head. I kind of lost the thought, bro. That's all right though. But pretty much the point has been made. Let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is this is Psalm 62 and 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Okay, and the fact that everything is about increasing your riches here, making a dollar. All right, you are not to set your heart, your mind upon them. All right, there's another one right here. Let me see what it reads for it. Ooh, ooh. This is Psalms 49 and this is 49 and 2. Both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth, Salakia. Let me read it from 1. Hear this, all ye people, give ear, all you inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. And that's how we should be. Okay? Always speaking as the oracles of Yahweh with understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my mouth, saying upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heels shall compass me about? They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to Yahweh a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever. All right. Let me grab this, actually. James. This is James 5. Loading up. James 5 and I think it's at 1. There you go. James 5 and 1. Yeah, misuse of riches. All right. Warning to the rich. Go to now, ye rich men. All right, which is really talking about these top banking families, but it's also talking about anybody that's, you know, these celebrities that love money and anybody that wants to love money, right? Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl, for your miseries shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, okay, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver is cankered, all right, meaning it's worthless. All right, and that's about to happen in America. Money is about to be worthless. Okay, it says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were a fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Okay, and that's what they have done. They have accumulated, all right, different bunch of treasures. All right, but that's evidence that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is against you in the day of judgment. All right, it says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. And who's that? The Israelites. Okay, which is of you kept by fraud. All right, and that's crazy, because look, we'll come out here, we'll bust our ass for work, and really, according to scriptures, you're supposed to get paid every single day. You know, every time you finish the job, you're supposed to get paid right then and there. And leave it up to Esau. He'll tell you you're getting paid in a week, you getting paid in 2 weeks. That shit wicked as hell, man. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabaoth. Sabaoth, Salakia, Sabaoth. Right? It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth. And that's the thing. These people that love their God of money, they have lived in continual pleasure over and over and over again. The scriptures tell you, she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Same thing goes for a man. He wants to live in pleasure. You just as good as dead also. Okay? Because pleasure always has sin involved, unless it's a righteous pleasure and done in a righteous manner. Right? It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. And who's the just that he continues to kill? That's us. Okay? He continues to deal, you know, trying to destroy the elect. Okay? It says, Salakia. I'll bring one more out. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You see? Proverbs 10:2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. All right? Money is worthless, man. Money's just a piece of paper to wipe your ass with at the end of the day. Damn, it didn't come out. Damn, how's that scripture go? Salakia. Man, I forgot how that scripture go. But I can end it off on that note. I was trying to remember one more I had in mind, but I kind of have it, but I forgot how it's quoted, so it's not coming out right. But again, man, that's pretty much the point. Point is about these gods, whether it be the main thing I was talking about was money, all right? Because that's why they're going to introduce that MOTB, because the dollar's going to fall, all right? But other than the money, you know, anything that is against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, not Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is considered a god if you know, constantly worship it, man. And worship, it means to, let me see, definition of worship. Yeah, to show reverence and adoration, honor. You see, you're showing something constant honor, man. You're adoring something too much. You're cherishing it too much. Okay? So these people cherish the things of this life, man. And the main thing that they cherish here in America is their money. Okay? This is why America's that cash cow. This is why everybody comes from all over the world to come make a dollar. Okay? Come to America if you want to make a dollar, basically. The land of opportunity. All right? But this place is going to fail. All right? Along with these you know, deities, you know, these statues that are considered gods to these people. All right? Every single one of them are going to fail. So what are you going to do when your God fails? Okay? We know what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to always call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is John 4:23. I ended with this. But the hour cometh, and now is. Woo! But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeks such to worship him. Okay? Yahweh is the spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay, so your God should not be money, man. Yeah, let me rephrase that one. Let me go up one. John 4:22. Ye worship ye know not what. All right. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Okay. And these people worshiping that money, they have no clue what they truly are worshiping, man. All right. They worship in wickedness. It says, but the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. All right. So the Lord looking for someone to worship him not to worship the things of this society, the lust of this world, man. So, hey, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. Salaki was a little long-winded. All right, but hey, it is what it is. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rafakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole full elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom, keep fighting the good fight of faith. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah.